Welcome to the CodeX Cantina, where I am Una.
And I am Crypto. Oh, ho, ho.
And we learned through my voiceover efforts on Anna Karenina that I cannot say elegant.
Elegant.
I cannot say...
There's a million words to that one that I can't say properly, so I still think you're winning.
All right, so first of all, let's talk about Movember. What's going on here?
So I think I did pretty well. My mustache got a little crazy here.
Yeah. This was just November? Like you didn't have any chia pet seeds growing on the face or nothing?
Oh, actually, no. That's sticky. Oh no. Okay, I took off that. No. I cheated, I guess, a little bit. I started before November to kind of prep my beard, so I shaved down and I posted a picture for the patrons on our Discord and got myself all pretty and, put on the nice lotion so my skin was ready so I didn't get any ingrown hairs. And so it's been about almost 5 weeks, I think, since we started recording this. Oh, I just hit the mic.
Dude, take a look at this. Look at this. This is new here, right?
Yeah.
Our fans didn't have to be subjected to all that salt before. This is new. I apologize, guys. I've worked really hard over quarantine to not be stressed out, but it got to me. So Movember is very salt and peppery. We got a lot of seasoning to this Movember. Speaking of which, I'm going to leave a link to our boy Noah for no reason at all. Shout out to Noah and his beard, who also did Movember.
Oh, that's epic.
And I have a surprise for you, sir.
Okay.
We did not talk about this, but I looked it up in terms of donations. And all of our ad revenue that we earned in November, I'm going to be donating to a testicular cancer fund.
Oh, that's really sweet. That's wonderful. That's really awesome. So.
Now, also worth mentioning, I'm actually very surprised that someone would consider us a top literary fiction blog. I just view us as two people kind of talking. We like breaking down books in interesting ways. And I'm so happy that everybody out there, that you guys would join us on this journey. So it's worth mentioning someone was nice enough to list us as a top 10 literary fiction podcast. I will leave a link in the doobly-doo down below for that article, and we'd like to thank them and all of you out there who consider listening to what is ultimately just some fun discussions between two friends.
We like talking. Talk.
So let's talk about what we did in November, shall we? Do we do pick of the month? Because I'm totally unprepared for this. You go first. You do pick your first.
Isn't it Anna K? I mean,
I don't know. I haven't looked at what we even did. For all you know, I might choose a cup of tea.
Ooh. I mean, I think I go with the easy answer of Anna Karenina, but if we're talking just short stories, you're not going to go with Counterparts by Joyce? That was in the month, right?
I think
squeezed in there.
I think that's my choice. I think Anna Karenina, if we allow novels, and if just short stories, I would choose Counterparts by Joyce, because that is I think that's the most emotionally powerful story in all of Dubliners for me.
Oh, for sure. It's that transition, right? As you're moving along in your life, it really hits you kind of right there in the middle.
And then also, you're reading this for the first time, Dubliners as a collection as a whole. You're over halfway now. And don't you think you're starting to see kind of like the connections, the relationships between these stories that you couldn't have gotten at first, right? By reading through the entire collection, you're able to possibly appreciate more?
For sure. And I think that although he probably intended it, again, in my opinion, to read it from beginning to end in the order that he published it, I would argue that I feel like I've gotten more out of us hopping around because I've had to work harder to get those connections, if that makes sense.
Okay. Hey,
it's made me appreciate those connections that much more because I've had to work harder to try to find them than them just being spoon-fed to me by Joyce, because he obviously is the master and he laid it out in this specific order. So I kind of like that we've gone out of order. But yeah, my pick would be Counterparts.
Okay. I think we also need to give a shout out to our new author discovery, Maxim Gorky. I think he was rather interesting, and I think Catherine Mansfield brought it again with a cup of tea. I think those three authors, right? Joyce, Mansfield, and
Gorky.
I can't really say Gorky because he's new, but those two authors, Joyce and Mansfield, always bring it. Great authors, and I'm looking forward to checking out more from Gorky because that was a good story.
But I have to say, the most fun I had was shooting the Killer on the Loose. That was great.
The October wrap-up? Yeah, if you guys didn't see that, we had a really fun skit where my wife even helped out with filming. And we did this, pretend escaped person from prison and put together a Halloween costume, showed off the new studio and stuff. So if you didn't check out the October wrap up, there's just like a fun little 2-3 minute skit. I'll leave a link in the Schmammer Jammer up above for you to check out if you're interested. We had a lot of fun making it.
He's being humble, guys. That video was awesome. He did a great job with the editing and the special effects, and golf clap to your wife for her doing the killer. She killed it. I mean, she's got a mask on, but her little nuances and her like little head tilts and I don't know, like ticks and things, like it was good. It was eerie. I loved it. So I think it was great, and I had fun doing it with you. So
I would marry her. That's how I feel about her.
Sorry, that's gonna kill the audio. That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, we should probably
love
mention
knows
that.
no
If I'm
bounds.
getting loud too, I have this new audio thing because my audio device broke. So if I'm clipping at all, I apologize. I'll fix it for the next video. But just to disclaim that, we might have some audio snafus over the next few weeks.
Yeah, and I got my new computer to me. My wife got a new MacBook, and so I got her old MacBook, so I'm recording on that. So I don't know if I have all the settings perfect on my recording setup either. So
let's talk about December, where I have basically what our December plans are right here, which is a very German Christmas. If you followed along for our very foreign Christmas last year where we did Russia, this year we're doing Germany. We're making an oath to basically every Christmas explore how another culture looks at this holiday. So why not go to the land where Christmas trees were kind of invented, I guess, in a sense, at least the decorations in a sense.
The land of Christmas trees. And I think this year what I want to do is something a little bit special. I was perusing through the book, have not read it yet, but I'm thinking that I'm going to read a couple of the poems out loud for us. And I think I've mentioned that before on the German Christmas announcement, but I'm close to, I think, psyching myself up to do that because I got to almost kind of like have them memorized so they sound good so I don't stumble and bumble. So I don't want to look stupid. I want it to be elegant. I'm sorry. I had to. Apologize.
All right. Well, I'm going to also with my wife. There's actually a play in here. I don't know if you've perused through it and saw that. We might give that a go, but we're just going to read it. We're not actors. You'll be. Well, I don't think I need to proclaim that. Like you will be able to tell when you're watching the video. We're clearly not actors, but we're going to have that. There's a Christmas market here in town, so we're going to do a tour around that. If you did our Russian last year, we picked 8 stories and broke them down. This year, we're going to have a live stream where we talk about the book as a whole with Leslie. We're also going to have a talk with Klaus, who lives and is German, and talk about some of the German traditions and such like that. And some other fun things along the way, along with some channels such as Stephanie at Miss Richards Reads. We have Christy Lewis over at Dostoevsky in Space, who may or may not make videos. And as I've mentioned, the lovely Leslie Smith, who you must go subscribe to if not already, who will potentially be touring us around the Germany version of Epcot at Disney World, which I think would be pretty cool.
And I bet I can convince Una here to do one analysis breakdown. He's a sucker for it. I can get you to do at least one.
That would be... okay, I'm not going to say it. I was going to try to say the E word, but I'm not going to do it. All right, so if you guys are interested in checking that out, feel free to pick up the book. I think it's like $1.99 on Kindle. I bought the physical books because I just like having them, and I like perusing around Christmas stories. So that sounds like fun for you guys. We look forward to checking it out with you in December. Una out.
Merry Christmas.